Okay, this video is for 11G-AP. So this worksheet has all word problems and applications of circumference and area and sectors and arc length of different circles and stuff. So let's do a couple problems. Let's look at problem number 1 first. It says Caleb needs a new bicycle tire. His tire has a circumference of about 113.04 inches. What is the diameter of his tire? So it tells us what the circumference is. And we also know the general formula for circumference involving diameter. So if we set those two things equal to each other, we can solve for diameter. What that will look like is this. The formula for circumference using diameter is pi times d. And since we know what the circumference is, which is 113.04, if we set them equal to each other, we can solve for d. One-step process, divide both sides by pi. The pi's on the left cancel out, and that gives us that the diameter equals 113.04 divided by pi, which is 35.98. Remember, on these problems, they all have units. The unit here was inches, so let's make sure to put those in. And there's our final answer. Alright, now let's look at number 2 as well. This one's just like 1, but we're working the opposite way. Grace got a new frying pan for her cooking fish. For cooking her fish. The pan is 13.5 inches in diameter. What is the circumference of her new frying pan? So they give us the diameter, and now they want us to find the circumference. Well, we use the same formula again. Circumference equals pi times diameter. So let's plug in 13.5 for d. So pi times 13.5, and that equals 42.41. And again, this is inches. Make sure to include that in your final answer. And there is our circumference. Alright, let's take a look at one more. Do one with area. And we'll do an area of a sector problem. So, number 5. Chloe ate a slice of pie. The pie had a diameter of 8 inches. The angle of the pie slice was 60 degrees. What is the area of her slice of pie? Now, we're working with area. The formula for area, just to start off with, is pi r squared. There is no specific formula that uses the diameter itself. The area for the formula for an area of a circle is just going to use the radius. So since they tell us what the diameter is, we need to use that to figure out what the radius is. The radius is half the diameter. So radius equals 8 divided by 2, which is 4. So when we use our area formula, we'll plug in 4 for r. Now, it doesn't want us to find the area of the whole pie. The whole pie would be pi r squared, but it wants us to find the area of a 60-degree portion of the pie. So that's a sector of the pie. What that'll look like is this. We need to create a ratio involving the 60 degrees and then multiply that ratio by what the area is. That ratio is going to look like this. We have a 60-degree sector of pi. The ratio is 60 divided by 360. So that 60 degrees is a smaller part of the entire circle, which would be 360 degrees. Then we need to multiply that by our area, which is pi r squared. So pi r we found to be 4, and then squared. So now this formula here, which we type into our calculator, will give us the area of the slice of pie. So on your calculator, do 60 divided by 360, hit enter, and then do times pi times 4 squared. And that equals 8.38. And again, it's inches, and when we're working with area, our units need to be squared, so it's inches squared. And that's our final answer. The area of her slice of pie was 8.38 inches squared.